The next article I wanted to look at is titled Johnny Enlow Insists Trump Has Been Secretly Ruling and Reigning as the True President. So a while back, I talked about the fact that March 4th was an extremely important day in evangelical theology. Q people believe that when the Union and the Confederacy rejoined, it formed into a corporation. And the new president that took control of the U.S. government after the rejoining took place, they believe he was the president of a new corporation, not of the Republic of the United States of America. They're drawing this distinction between the corporation and the actual U.S. government. So the idea is these people believed that Trump was going to be re-inaugurated as like the 19th president of the U.S., rather than the 45th president, which is what he was. He was the 45th one. Biden is number 46. The Q people believed that he was going to be like number 19 or number 18. And they believed that he was going to be inaugurated again as number like 18 or whatever on March 4th, because back when the Civil War was raging and the new corporation formed, quote unquote, according to them, Inauguration Day was March 4th. It didn't change to January 20th until like the 1930s. So all of these pastors, Johnny Enlow, Kat Kerr, Jeff Jansen, Robin Bullock, and a bunch of others, they all believed and claimed outright, publicly, that Trump would be re-inaugurated as the like 18th president or whatever of the United States on March 4th. They came out and said that. And one guy, Jeff Jansen, the snazzy pastor, what I call him, he even publicly said we would be cheering in the streets, we would be celebrating by March, April, May, June. So what was their explanation going to be? March 4th has come and gone, and here we are. These people made a claim. What are they saying about it now? Are they just keeping their mouths shut or what? Well, Johnny Enlow came out and explained. So let's give this clip a watch and see what he had to say for himself. This is why Trump didn't have a public inauguration on March 4th like he claimed was going to happen.
Just need to know there is going to be no buckling, no backing off from me, because this is something he is saying. He is saying that's why I'm emphasizing, even because sometimes we can get into talking about what's going on behind the scenes. I think a whole lot going on behind the scenes. I could have a 30-minute conversation about what I think is really going on there. I'll just say I think we have two presidents. Essentially, one's over the corporation, one's over the republic.
Fascinating. So he's saying Trump was inaugurated secretly. Nobody knew that it was happening. No evidence for that claim. No evidence of even a corporation. Like, this is just a complete conspiracy theory that people made up. But he's still sitting here parroting this and doubling and tripling down. He can't let this go. Do you know why this guy can't let it go? Because back in October, before the election actually took place, I think it was in October, somewhere in there, he actually said Trump is going to be president for a second term. God told me he was. He didn't just say, I think that this is going to happen. He specifically said, God told me that. Listen to this clip.
And the Lord, it was like, he said, I'm really not interested in your all's vote this time. I'm doing it. I usually give you all that option. This time I'm not. This is a rescue operation from heaven. This is a moment of the ages. This will go down. This time period will go down as a before and after AD, but BC AD, depending on what terminology you use now.
How do you come back from saying something so very, very specific? He said that God told him specifically that Trump was going to be reelected because it's out of our hands. Doesn't matter how we vote. God's putting him in. He's ignoring our votes. Official dictator territory now is basically what Johnny Enlow is saying. So how did he explain it? His explanation was, Trump was secretly inaugurated. That's pretty fucking convenient, if you ask me.
One's over the corporation, one's over the republic. One has the essential machinery of the economy and the essential machinery of the military, and one has things to do with other things.
Okay, so one is over the corporation, one is over the republic. So obviously the claim is that Trump is over the republic and Biden is over the corporation. Which one has control of the economy and the military, I'm wondering? He said the other one has control over other things, but wasn't very specific about it. I'm wondering which one has which responsibilities.
Has things to do with other things. You can say what's left, a little niche there.
What's left? A little niche there, okay.
And there's a moment of quick confrontation coming where it's going to require that things go back fully, visibly in the order that the Lord has said.
Please, man, don't do that. Why is he doing this to himself? He could have just said, you know, Trump is secretly the president of the republic, and then just walked away from it. He could have just fucking walked away, been like, yeah, my prophecy came true. Trump is the president in secret, and yeah, I'm done with this now. Could have just fucking walked away, but he wants to dig himself deeper. Why? Why does he keep digging himself a hole?
And that is President Trump will be there. Again, he is. We'll find out. He's been ruling and reigning and, again, accomplishing things that he could not accomplish even if he was in the full role of standing in the presidential seat because of the attacks he would be getting. It's really saving him. There's a kind of a strategic wisdom to do.
Oh, this is better. Okay, this is better than being the president because you're not in the public eye, so you can do a whole bunch of shit that you couldn't do because you were in the public eye. That makes sense. That checks out.
All you can while they have to shoot at somebody else.
How does he live with himself? Why does he continue to make absurd prediction after absurd prediction? Is he ever going to stop? Trump is part of this guy's theology. Like literally second coming level shit is who Trump is in this guy's belief system. He believes that Trump plays such a major role in God's plan in the world that he's going to be a hinge of the ages, quote unquote. God chose him specifically to save us from things that we don't know we need to be saved from yet, quote unquote. Direct quote from this guy. It does not get more delusional than this. And this guy is not a nobody either. He holds a lot of sway and is well known and is the leader of a massive megachurch. He is not a nobody. This is a quote from the video we just watched. I think a whole lot is going on behind the scenes. I think we have two presidents. We'll find out he's been ruling and reigning and accomplishing things that he could not accomplish even if he was in the full role of standing in the presidential seat because of the attacks he would be getting. This is Beth Stoneburner speaking. There are not two presidents, just as there are not two realities existing at the same time. There's Earth 1, where Joe Biden won the election fairly, and there's whatever planet Enlil is on, where Trump is the eternal leader and Democrats are all spawns of Satan. Plus, we know Trump isn't president because Congress just passed a major COVID relief bill that benefits middle and lower income brackets. Trump would never do something so beneficial. Not on purpose, anyway. That's a good point. These people are seriously like in a delusional state right now. And they are massive thought leaders in the evangelical movement. The evangelical movement, I'm estimating, is between 70 and 80 million people. That's a fucking big number. And QAnon is like 22 million. That's huge. This is a problem that's going to have to be addressed eventually. Like, we're not going to be able to just kind of sweep this under the rug. We can't kick this can down the road. We have to cut down on the misinformation spreading like wildfire.